Hey, welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. Hi baby, it is so nice to have you. I am Fancy. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for the love and support. Now, excuse my appearance. Today has been an emotional day for me. I had to wake up super early to get my baby to church, and this is his first time going to a 6-day away from home summer camp. I am so I don't know how to feel. So I woke up early. I had to drive him an hour out. They have these beautiful decked out buses, okay? They have the TV screens, they have the snacks, everybody has their pillows and blankets, they have restrooms on the buses. They're about to do this 5 hours and they're about to have a blast. So yeah, I just got back home. It's kind of lonely. Usually when I'm home, my baby's with me, unless I'm traveling and, he's with my mom, but it's just for a day or two. So now I'm just like, I don't know. If I don't record this video looking like this, baby, guess what? You're not going to get a video. So this video is not going to be a debate. It's not going to be up for discussion. It is simply my opinion. And that's obviously why we are here, for my opinion. So I just wanted to put you girls on what's not acceptable Thursday. So before I get into this video, I just want you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. If this is not the first video that you have tuned in to, or the YouTube algorithm has recommended to you from me, it's not a coincidence. YouTube just wants better for you. So why not go ahead and come on over to our side? And if you're not on the notification squad, please check that bell and check out my new Instagram. It is viva_lafancy. Again, I had to start over, but I'm not even tripping. I just want to have a platform where you girls can feel comfortable communicating with me outside of email and stuff like that. So go ahead and follow my Instagram, and I will leave it right here, so you can stay up to date on my posts, what's going on, and just what to expect throughout the week. In addition to that, check out our Patreon. In our Patreon, we have added a new segment. It's Seductive Saturdays. I was gonna say Slutty Saturdays or Sexy Saturdays or whatever the case may be, but I like Seductive Saturdays because the seductive techniques and story times and the kind of risky tips that we're sharing over there, it's just not allowed here on YouTube. I already get dinged for everything else. If you want to be a part of the girls that are sitting pretty, getting paid, and living a privileged lifestyle, please consider joining our Patreon. You will not be disappointed. It is on and popping. Depending on the tier, you will get access to our finesse group chat, and that's where you girls are able to mix and mingle and network with one another and link up, and we're able to post events and stuff like that. In addition to that, I have a new tier for my up-and-coming content creators, my up-and-coming influencers, and I am dropping exclusive tips and information on how to not only target an audience, but to retain an audience. And so also, if you do join that diamond playbook, which is the influencer tier over there, I will be shouting you out on my YouTube videos. So from one creator to the next, baby, I want to sit here and support you and show you some love. So yeah, but let's get into the places not to go on a first date. Now, the reason why this was brought up to my attention, again, my girls, the ladies who have been riding with me, the ladies who support me, the ladies who are over here, okay, y'all already know better. So this might be, for entertainment, this might be for giggles, this might be for whatever, but it is definitely necessary because I'm out here hearing conversations. I'm like at a super nice restaurant, I'm on a date, and I hear a group of girls talking about where not to go on a first date, and they're not like having lists, but all I hear is they say never go to an expensive restaurant. And as soon as I heard that, I was just like, okay, now I'm intrigued. I'm over here touching my date's shoulder, pretending like I'm here, but I'm really over here. Okay, again, a seductive We dropping the tips, okay? How to keep these men intrigued by keeping our goodies to ourselves and doubling up to a bigger bag, okay? But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to share too much. But I'm over here entertaining my date, and I'm over here listening. Never go to expensive restaurant on the first date. And so what I could hear, because again, I was in my own zone, but I'm also trying to, hear where they're coming from. Because again, there's not a wrong and a right answer. It's just the type of woman you are, the type of lifestyle that you live, and the type of lifestyle that you plan on living. So by all means, this, all these small details, contribute to a bigger picture. So I'm not here to judge. I'm just here listening. And she said, yeah, for whatever reason, if you don't like the guy, then you can go ahead and get up and leave. And this kind of reminded me of a video that I did when I was doing a reaction to viral series that was on a dating show or something like that, and the guy was just like, yeah, guys or yeah, women, never accept a date that's super expensive, because if you don't like the guy, you don't want to feel obligated to have to stay, you don't want to feel as though you can end the date without feeling bad, and you're just gonna have to sit through it. It doesn't make sense to me, and this is what I'm gonna say. So my first tip is going to be, never go on a date that is not an expensive date at an expensive venue where the man is having to come off of a bunch of cash in the very beginning. Because if you don't listen to this rule, you're going to be one of the girls that are saying, hey, Fancy, can I book a coaching? I'm trying to figure out how to get this man to spend more money on me. Once you set that tone that a man is able to secure your attention, secure any time with you, secure getting to know you for the low, for a discounted price, for a cheap coffee date, for a neighborhood restaurant, for drinks, for a Chili's, a Cheddar's, like any of those, then at that point, for you to request a $4,000 in allowance, baby, you're living outside of your means. What are you doing? Like, we literally just had a picnic date for our first date, and now you want me to believe that you're the type of woman who requires a $4,000 allowance? Girl, stop playing with me. Stop playing. Where the cameras at? This is a joke. What's going on? Like, stop. If you're going on a date with a guy, yes, every date you're going on is going to be a risk. No, it's not a guarantee that people's personalities are going to get along. It's not a guarantee that he's going to be who he portrayed himself to be. It's not even guaranteed that he is going to be generous. At the end of the day, if you have properly vetted, again, if you need assistance with that, you should be a part of our Patreon. We have step-by-step. Our girls over there are not having any issues when it comes to vetting, but neither here nor there, I digress. But if you have properly vetted this guy and you have decided that from your criteria within your vetting process, and you are going to allow him to take you out to dinner of your choice, then you need to understand that if you don't like this guy, if he isn't who he says he is, at least the makeup that you put on your face, the money that you put into your hair, the money that you put into your nails, the money that you put into your outfit, the time that you took away from receiving money from another guy to go out, a guy needs to be reflected within what this man is doing for you at the time. So if you're not enjoying yourself, it's nothing for you to come into a 5-star, a Michelin star restaurant. If he's being disrespectful, if he's being disgusting, if he isn't who he says he is, baby, get up and walk away. Who are we to care if he has to sit here and pay the tab? Who are we to care if he's offended? Who are we to care? Just as if you went to a picnic date and you don't like him, you get up and walk away. Please go out to a restaurant that is extremely expensive, that's extremely upscale, that you are comfortable and confident knowing that this is setting the tone as far as the type of woman that you are, what you expect in the future. Second, never go on a movie date. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I just went to a movie evening, and it was with it's number one, it wasn't a first date. Number two, it's not a date. And number three, this is a man on a roster. And the question that I asked within Instagram was, if a man on your roster asked you to go to the movies with him, what would you say? Would you say absolutely not, I would never, no matter how much money he's paying? Would you say no, I don't do movie dates? Would you say, yeah, I guess since we going to a movie? Or 4, it depends on what we're seeing, because I'm not into superhero movies. It was all over the board. At the beginning, of course, the girl was like, sis, no, I don't care how much money he's spending on me. We are not going out to a movie. Then it got even along all of the, answer choices. And the key word a lot of the girls made is he's on a roster. To be on a roster, you have to be paying an allowance. You have to be consistently financially investing into me. And number 3, you have to, be someone who I have identified as a man who not understands my lifestyle, but that is willing to go above and beyond and make me happy. So if one of my guys wants to go see a movie, yes, of course, it's not going to be a date. 2, yes, he already knows he's going to have to spend money. And 3, by all means, it's up to me to make that basic movie night an upscale fancy night, a night to remember. Again, shared some of those tips in our Patreon. But yeah, because men do like movies. This man is a physician. We went to some of the most beautiful, most upscale, state-of-the-art restaurants. We've been to some amazing places. And so if he wants to try to hit me up and say, hey, let's go see a movie, because he's on the roster, because he knows me, because he knows, because he's trained. At this point, he already knows, hey, here's the money. Baby, can we just spend some time together? I want to go to a movie. So, back to what we're saying. Never accept a movie date as a first date. Number 1, that's not a place where you can get to know this man. Number 2, it is very, very dark. So, it's going to set an inappropriate vibe and an inappropriate tone. And number 3, it gives him the opportunity to get touchy-feely and close to you without getting close to you and knowing what you're about. So yeah, when I went on my movie date, even though it was someone I know, someone who has consistently been in my life, consistently contributed, and someone that, I enjoy spending time with, still, I made sure that I walked into that movie looking like $1 million, like a red carpet. I wore a super, super tight bandage dress. It was super, super long. And it was super tight. It probably came down to like my mid calf. And I did this for the simple reason of, number 1, again, I need you to understand that I'm still expensive. I'm still, I don't care how casual we are. All eyes will still be on me, and you're going to know why you're with me, and they are going to know why you're with me. And everybody's going to understand that, oh yeah, she's expensive. Number 2, it stops the extracurricular. Like, you can't slip your hand under my dress. You got to go way down to my ankles. And then even still, these thick thighs, baby. Like, that dress was not coming up. He wasn't getting a finger in, around, anywhere. You could tell that I was barely breathing. So, never go to a movie on a first date. The third place I highly am against on a first date is anything where there are other people that this man knows, whether it's a family reunion, whether it's a friend's pool party. And yes, we've had some girls say, fancy, this guy wants to invite me to his friend's pool party because he doesn't want to be catfished, and for whatever reason I'm not who I say I am, then it's over. So if he wants, and then after that pool party, we're gonna decide if we're gonna go on an official date. So men, they're not stupid. No, they know exactly what they're doing. If this man was genuinely trying to get to know this woman and he was concerned with her appearance and her being who he says she is, you would never want to embarrass yourself in front of your boys at a pool party with a woman you've never met in person. 2, you don't know what this woman is, does appear to look like her pictures, and you don't know if she's unstable or mentally, off her rockers. You don't know if this woman is crazy, and you're going to put yourself in a situation where, once again, you're going to bring her around people who are close to you, people who know you, people who support you, people who love you. So, sir, are you really concerned about her being who she says she is and embarrassing yourself? Or are you concerned in not spending your money on this woman, taking advantage of the free things at the party, and you're interested in seeing her in almost nothing, aka a swimsuit, a bikini? So you want to pay nothing and take advantage of all the free drink and the free food and the free activities and everything at this party. You want to be able to, see her and get an eyeful of what she working with in a bikini. And you want to be in an environment where she feels as though she has to be closer to you than she really is, because she don't know you, because everybody's like, oh, Tyrone wouldn't be here with a girl he not with, and he's introducing her as his girl. So now anytime he pulls her close or rubs on her or caresses her, she has to accept that. Baby, you listen, we are not new to this. We are true to this. You mess with the wrong ones. So for me to have to say, don't go on dates with men who are trying to take you around people they know, or to an establishment where he is not coming out of pocket. Like, a man's heart is where his wallet is. So he got to see you naked without earning it. He got to spend time with you, touch on you, look good because of you, and be able to claim you. And he hasn't spent a dime, and he doesn't even want to take you on an official date. He has to see if that is something that he wants to do, if you deserve it. Baby. So always make sure that the date is a one-on-one thing. It is not a double date. Again, any of these examples, they have come up within coachings. They've come up within our group. They've come up within just life and situations. No, sir, I'm not here to double date with you and another man and his date. Like, so at this point, not only am I trying to impress you, but I'm worried about the other opinions of the two co-signers. No, baby, you are not the prize. I'm not here to audition for America's Got Talent. I'm not here to be, interviewed for the position that you got for everybody, for the streets. Like, no, sir, this is not what we're about to do. If you don't know how to take me on a date, if you're not confident in asking me for my number, if you're not confident in calling to make reservations and putting your card on file, if you're not confident in knowing that, hey, whatever restaurant that I choose, you're going to be able to, eat that bill, like, baby, it's just not for me. It's not for me. Because when we lower our standards from the beginning because we don't want to scare them away, that's setting the tone where you, at the end of the day, will never get what you truly require. Because I'm trying to figure out, these men want to save on an expensive restaurant, a one-on-one time, and just truly, whining and dining you like you deserve, just so he can see that it's going to be worth it for him. My question is, on a first date, are we going to wear dollar store makeup? Are we going to sit here and, come with our hair looking any type of way? Are we going to come to the date with Walmart clothes? Or are we going to sit here and say, baby, you know what? My nails not done. Nothing, my legs aren't waxed, nothing is done, because I want to know if you're even worth me putting on my MAC makeup, my Sephora makeup, getting my hair done, getting a Brazilian. I need to know if you're worth it. So I'm gonna, just use my cheap stuff and, meet you. And then once I see it's a go, then baby, I'm a come out. Baby, I'm gonna come out. So yeah. So another place that I do not recommend going on a first date, and this specific one, I don't ever recommend going to this place on any type of date unless you're just into this kind of stuff, is a swingers club. Now, again, y'all are going to be like, Fancy, you're being dramatic. This shouldn't even have to be addressed. No, ma'am. Once again, I'm putting it out there because it will come up. Now, I don't always speak to men in this manner, but for whatever reason, this particular profile, I was very, very clear, specifying what I want, what I expect. And, contact me if you're the type of man that fits this criteria. But basically, of course, it's, very feminine. It's very, soft. It's just, well put together. So when this man contacted me, I was a bit surprised. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to judge a book by its cover. You know, you never know. With me being in the game for quite a while, I have prejudged some people, and, you know, I was wrong. And sometimes I prejudge people and I'm right. So with this situation, I was just going to be like, why not? Let me just see what he's talking about. So he responds to me, hey beautiful, or hello beautiful, whatever. And I said, hey babe, thanks for the interest, what are you looking for? Now usually I respond very different to a man who contacts me, but already I just want to keep it short and sweet, because I already have a feeling that this man isn't about what I'm about. So that's just what I put. Again, if you do want to see more of how I speak to these guys, you know, actual screenshots and just different things like that, you should definitely join our Patreon. I don't care how many times I have to say our Patreon is where it's at. It is definitely where it's at. So then he said, I wanted to see what you was about. I'm in Dallas visiting, going to a club tonight. So for him to say, I want to see what you was about, like you just trying to test the waters and see if, you know, I'm really about what I say. And that's kind of how I took it. And then he stated that he's in Dallas visiting and he's planning on going to a club tonight. That's basically saying, hey, this is my plans tonight. And if you want to see me while I'm visiting, then you need to do what I'm already doing. No, sir, that is not how it works. Another one that I didn't mention is you shouldn't be going to no type of club for a first date at all. I don't care what the genre of club, hip hop. I don't care if it's Latin. I don't care if it's rock. I don't care if it's a country club. I don't care. Well, no, not a country club like that, but a country music playing club. You shouldn't be going to a club. And so since I was already irritated by his response, I responded, oh, okay, well, that's simple. I'm about chilling with men who don't have an issue spending money on me. But you already knew that from my profile. And I was being smart because at this point, I'm like, why are you playing with me, sir? I'm not the one to be played with. And let's make it very clear what I am about. And he said, yep, because he already knew from my profile. He said, I always take care of my girls. Then he says, you want to go to Club Colette tonight with me and a friend. Now, I wasn't sure what Club Colette is. But again, I already know we're not finna go. Number one, I'm not going out with you and another friend. Are you trying to get to know me? Obviously, you're not, but I already knew that from the, you know, before you even said hello. Again, it was the time I was wasting my own time even engaging into this conversation. But some of the things I do just so you girls can kind of see not only content, but you can kind of see what not to do, and it can save you. But if I wasn't going to use this as a learning tool for you girls, I would have never responded to him. So number one, we're not going to a club. Number two, you're trying to see what I'm about versus trying to get to know me. And then number three, you're going out with a friend. So you're not trying to take me on a date. You're not trying to get to know me. You're trying to entertain yourself and have a good time. So I went ahead and looked up Club Colette just to see, you know, like what is it? It is definitely a swingers club. So, and it kind of gave me a flashback back to one of our group chat lives, and these men really invite women to swingers clubs, and it's not because they want to just do something different and spice things up and just go and be little how do you say, just be observers and stuff like that. When a man asks for an inch and you give it to him, he's gonna take a mile. So when he goes to this swingers club and they're swinging and doing whatever they're doing, he's gonna want to jump in and participate. And because you have agreed to go with him to a swingers club, that means that you're already volunteering to, get down and dirty with them, and do the nasty. And so that's just the whole concept. A man is not just going because it's like an art museum. I want to enjoy the art, and I want to observe, and I just want to be in this environment. No, it's not going to be just enough for you to attend a swingers club with him. He's going to want to engage into the activity, especially because that's what the whole concept of a swingers club is. So don't put yourself in a situation where you look bad for agreeing to something like that, and then you look like you're playing games, because why would you even come if you're not interested? So I didn't even respond to him, went ahead and blocked him. There was no reason for us to continue. So don't agree to go to swingers clubs, especially not on a first date. Don't agree to going to any type of clubs on a first date. And then if you do decide to go to a club for, a future date or whatever the case may be sure to research the club, look at the reviews, and know what type of club you're going to. Ask questions and, do your homework so you're not looking stupid and you're not putting yourself in a bad situation. Again, I'm not saying that anything's wrong with you if you enjoy swingers clubs. I'm not saying that I'm not talking down on people who participate in these activities, but I'm just simply trying to inform the ones who don't that I'm trying to inform the ones that don't to be careful as to what you agree to go to and what you show up for. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to, as I was going back editing this video, I thought about this conversation. I was like, yeah, this is a perfect thing for YouTube. I would have saved it for Patreon, but we've had plenty of swingers clubs conversations over there. So I just figured I would share here with you girls. So yeah, let's get back to the rest of the video. So ladies, don't let these men play you, and ladies, don't let these other women play you. If they're okay going to a picnic or going to a park or going to the movies or, just going to a friend get together and they consider that a first date, then yeah, let them go to coffee. Let them, let them go ahead and entertain those men who give that energy, and let them have to deal with the headache as to figuring out why this man isn't trying to, pay for a set of nails, pay for you to get your hair done, pay for you to go get a spa, pay for you to, get your car detailed, why he's not trying to pay for these things. Because you're not the type of woman who required him to pay in the beginning, so he's not going to be a sucker and pay for something that he didn't have to pay from the jump. Like, you're not coming over to my home that you're not paying any bills in and trying to show me your cooking skills with my grocery or with the grocery that you decide to bring over. I am not coming over to your place for you to cook for me. Like, why do you deserve to have me, privately? Why do you deserve to have me for a discount? Everybody knows when you eat out, it's more expensive. Even eating out at McDonald's and fast food is more expensive than a home cooked meal. Baby, your chef skills are not impressive to me. It's not like we're getting married. It's not like I even decided that I want to continue to get to know you. So whatever you can do in the kitchen is none of my business. I honestly don't care. And I prefer for you to take me out because I want to know that you're truly invested in me from the very beginning. And if you're not truly invested in me from the very beginning, then stop wasting my time, because the next is and will continue. So yeah, but again, I'm not here to argue. By all means, if you aren't if you're not confident enough within yourself and you don't love yourself enough to be able to identify a red flag at a very, very expensive restaurant and be able to address it and walk away, then that is a very dangerous situation, and you probably shouldn't be dating right now. There are a lot of things that are necessary to have in order before you should even be putting yourself in a position to meet a new person, to add a new person to your life, to engage with a new person, to, be around that person's energy. You have to truly be able to say, no, this is unacceptable. You got me messed up if it comes to a racist joke, if it comes to a sexual joke that you have already politely said, listen, I feel like that's very inappropriate. Can you, speak to me like a lady? Like if it continues, and you're not able to say, you know what, this is not going to work, even before your food comes, even though you ordered already and you're not able to get up, then again, there are things that you need to work on within yourself. And I say this because if you're not able to get up and remove yourself from the situation, if you're not able to identify a situation as it is unfolding and occurring, and you're not able to put a stop to it, that means that if you get into a more serious situation, a more private situation with this man, and you can't stand up for yourself because you couldn't even do it in public, which in public, it should be easier to stand up for yourself, because if you just have to scream no, somebody's going to come and stop it. But if you can't do it in public, you definitely can't sit here and do it in private when there's no one there to help you or co-sign or look out for you. Now, I wanted to wrap up this video, but I have so many first date do nots. Don't do anything physical. You don't need to be sweating. You don't need to be working out in the gym. You don't need to be doing anything. You don't need to be camping. You don't need to be doing any heavy lifting, anything that requires your heart and your adrenaline to be pumping, your hair to be messed up, your, sweat to be dripping. None of that. No, ma'am, not for a first date. Money needs to be spent and doesn't need to be a quiet, venue. Even, it might seem crazy, but even for an orchestra or something like that. Yeah, the tickets or, to a concert or whatever the case may be can be expensive, so unless he has private box office seats where you guys can actually talk and get to know one another, then you don't need to be going on a first date with that guy. Maybe for a second or third date, yeah, but you really need to be able to talk to him and continue the vetting process, basically. You definitely need to be in an environment where it's not private, but it's quiet. It's not too much activity going on, but it's just enough intimacy that it's not, too sexual. Like, you really need to be able to identify who you're dealing with and where this situation can go. Is he going to be a trick that you talk to once in a while? Is he going to be, a very great, generous potential? Or is he going to be just like an L, like somebody that you're not going to even continue to move forward with? And you need to be able to have a clear mind, and you need to be able to see how he flinches when you order things. You need to see how he flinches when, or how he acts as in these, upscale environments and stuff like that. So ladies, I hope this video helped. Again, you don't have to agree with me. That is totally okay. That is totally okay. I don't need a cosigner. My credit is great. So but with that being said, I'm quite sure that this works for me. And again, if something else works for you, by all means, go ahead and share your dates, do's or do nots in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Patreon, we will be having an upload tomorrow, Tuesday. We will be having our live on Wednesday. We will be doing another Finesse Friday on Friday. And yeah, so y'all pray for baby boy. He's out there living his best grown man life on his own, turned up, canoeing, jet skiing, water parking, go-karting, like paintballing. He over here in the cabins. Like, this boy is lit. Like, I'm like, and he's like, Mama, I'm cooling. I'm like, me too. So yeah, if you girls enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to hear your perspective, your point of view. Again, I'm not trying to have, wrong and right. You don't have to agree, and that's totally okay. But, leave down below what you like to do, or what you accept, what you don't accept, what works for you, what don't work for you. So, yeah, and again, show my new Instagram some love. So, have a great week. And I will see you on Friday. Bye.